Okay, I think I finally have it. It only took several hours and a bunch of head scratching. Wow. There's China open up again. Nice. Alright. Go ahead and just mute this so I don't blow myself up. Go ahead and just mute this so I don't blow myself up. Look at that. I have been muted the whole time. Waiting on some confirmation from my Discord people. Okay. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna share this live. I'm gonna restart the video. How about that? I'm such an idiot. Okay. I don't have the mic muted this time. Now I just need the link. Okay. Alright, welcome to my live stream. I just shot a video for like 10 minutes, not realizing that I am an idiot, and for one, I didn't have my mic on, and two, I didn't give the link out to anybody but my Discord. But that's okay, you can watch me fumble around, because I just saved my video. Because I'm an old man, apparently. I've never streamed anything in my life until like 3 days ago, and well, that's what it is now. So let's see. Spy levels. Let's get to it again. This time with volume. So, big uptrend, obviously, right? Even all this chop, I mean, still doesn't look bad. I don't know. I was bearish for a second, but I got over that. It happens. So, looking back, trying to find where we bounced on the weekly. No. I thought I had a better level than that, but I don't. Okay. So, how I find my levels during the day. is I got this nice up channel. You know, I charted a couple candles down here, and bring it on the closing price. And so you see we've been kind of coasting up here in the top of the channel, real nice, even though, you know, things like Apple have been riding the low of the channel actually. Kind of the middle, but you can see, I mean, even this little jump here, it didn't help put us much higher. You know, people were thinking that the market was going to explode just because Apple reported good earnings and they went up to over 210, but that just is not how it works all the time. So I'm looking throughout the day for levels on SPY to find where the market as a whole will bounce. And first thing I saw here was this level here. You got close here, wick here, I can open, wick, 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 and a close here, which led to the breakout here. And that's where I first thought our area was going to bounce, but it didn't. So you can also see here on the 30, it's got a nice little bit of consolidation. So you think this resistance is going to form support. It doesn't, not automatically at least. And so we go back to the 4 hour and we try to find another level it's going to. Now I find this big engulfing candle, bearish engulfing. And it's, you know, it's got the wicks on the bottom. So I figured I throw that on there because otherwise it's this little candle that's not doing much, which it did. It actually tagged right in between there, between 5.9 and 4.8. The low was 52. So I just went with the 5.9. So we go to the 5.9, we'll get the 30. Now, what I was saying in my last video that I didn't have any sound on was these lower or these higher lows here are all great. You know, you see that the RSI here is diverging, higher low, same price in the RSI. Higher low, RSI is not being divergent, it's actually working properly. So we get up here, higher low, divergent again off of this line. And that's how I read RSI. I see that a low bottoms out on a similar line, new low, technically not even really a low, just kind of a continuation, and then finally a breakout. Then it comes back down, tests that line again, breaks out, and then you see the diverging high, the higher highs of price, but the lower highs in RSI. So eventually it breaks down. That's just how it goes. But I'm not trying to call tops. Not anymore. Not after last time. Because we'll see how that works out. So, right. So the divergent similar lows on RSI signal ups. Now it hits here. We go right here down to the bottom of this one. You see how it tags here? Now that's just a little bit of a bounce to backtrack the, looks like the middle of the channel as well, but also because I don't really like relying on my channel, you know, the lines, the middle line, and I don't want to like trust the bottom or top lines so much that I say that is where it's going. Instead, what I do is I look at the closing prices of good time frames like 30 or 4 hour. So you see on this 30 here, there's a lot of consolidation right here. It's also a nice close price on this bottom, and it's again another spot of resistance. Can't close above it on the 30, You look at the 15. This is why I don't like to use the 15, because it's, you wouldn't get your, you would say this is your resistance here, but you see it's where it actually bounced and giving you a false representation of a dead cat bounce. So I don't know. Oh, well, I don't like using the 15, it's just a thing. It's not my thing. So, can't close a 30 above it. Going down, little bear flag, obviously. Down, down, hit that 290.30, went right through it. And so this is where we finally bounce. When you have the divergent, finally, now this is what I really call divergence, is whenever there's this is a lower low than this low. You just get rid of all of these. You don't call these lows at all. You call them chop in between the high and the low. And this is, for now, a higher low until we get a higher high, proving the higher low. Otherwise, it's just the downtrend into the next low. So, this low here has this RSI, 31. This low, which is higher, has 25 RSI, so it's a divergent lower low on the RSI with a higher low on the price. I know it sounds super robotic and like it makes sense, but it's like you gotta watch it so many times to say, okay, this is where I should buy. So I go to the 5-minute chart because if I'm day trading SPY, this is an absolute. I have to see where exactly it's bouncing. So as I said in my other video, when I was muted, I use the closing price if it needs it. If I just use the wick here, you can see how these never really even touch the bottom of the channel. That's one way of looking at it. I prefer to say that they bounce out of the channel and gives me a little insight. So we see also this divergence here to here. It's a lower high, or I'm sorry, a lower low on the price, but a higher low on the RSI. So we'll get rid of this line, and this is where I buy, right around 12 o'clock. A lot of people were like 12 o'clock bounce, and sure enough, that's just the timing of it. So I bought there, and I sold at the first level here, the 290.31. I just didn't like the action around here. Obviously, this is just back testing the support after breaking through it, because it closed right over it, just like I thought, and it went up to eventually hit 290.80, which was a level. Oh, it was a 5-minute level. I gave myself 290.80 because I didn't want to, force myself to hold it longer. Boom, right there. The high of that hour, the high of that 5-minute is 290.79, which is 2 cents off of that close. So that's when you're getting into that's a small level. You don't want to rely on 290.81. But later on, you can see it just chops right around it. So for the day, it worked. Now, sorry, I'm getting winded. I literally just did this for 10 minutes and then I had to come back and do it again, because I do not know how to stream. Okay, so we build up pressure around this channel. Finally, it looks like we're about to deny because we lose that 290.31 channel support. But then 5 minutes later, break out, and that's when you can say, hey, I can go long again. Closes at 290.65 and goes straight up to 290.71 and eventually 290.48. And that was another level. See, these are all, like, going back now, I have to find all these levels. This was an hour level. Yeah. Nope, that's wrong. Is it there? Yep. Okay. So I used an hour close level. This was the first hour that breaks out of this consolidation. You really need to look at just the closing prices here. I mean, not every line, not every closing price and not every line really matters. What matters is finding the ones that kind of mean something. See, this candle here was the first one to break out of all this consolidation. Pretty sure I just said that. Just like this candle here, you know, whenever it's, you know, it doesn't look like it's holding anything, I'll put a line on it. And it's over here, right here. It's, you know, resistance on this bear flag, but my 30 is pretty close enough to that. I don't like my levels to be really extra close like that. So, alright. Think of them like fibs, you know. Fibs are pretty spaced out, certain mathematical jargon, and, you know, don't want too much clutter. I'll get rid of these lines real soon, like in the next few days, but for now, they serve their purpose. Okay. So back to the 5-minute. Resistance, support. Also, if you're trying to follow the price action after the channel, what you can do is you can take some lines and make a new channel out of it. That's not what I did earlier. I think I did... Yeah, I had it earlier, but after I get done with the market, I'm just like, I'm zonked. The train's blaring in the background and all that crap. Okay. That's pretty close to what I did. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I just charted 2 lines up here, connected to this line, and whenever we dipped here, right below my 290.8, I knew that automatically we were going to bounce. Now, I didn't play the bounce. I was already done after this trade here. I mean, this is 53 to 61, and that was a quick, easy scalp. And up here, it was at 80, bounced down, and I mean, they went up. They went up a lot. It literally went to the money. So I mean, it was a really good day trade, and that doesn't always happen. I mean, these levels work pretty well, but they're not immune to failure. Okay, so over to VIX. This is also how I saw the top. I'm sorry, saw the bottom of SPY and the top of VIX. So the very first thing I did this morning was I went on to the hourly and I found 2 bottom points, because whenever you're trying to find a top, you don't try to chart. I've seen so many people do this and it's bothersome. It's like, okay, let's draw a line like this, and this must be the top, right? Or this is when it breaks out, but where is the top? And then I'm guilty of doing this, you know, I'll take some lines and I'll be like, well, it must be like right here, right? And it doesn't work out. You know, you gotta find the top, because otherwise I need the top. Like, I can't play this level here, because when this breaks out here, you know, maybe this is resistance, and then, oh no, it goes up here, and then maybe this is resistance, you know. So I need to find it on the channel. So I take the channel tool, which is right over here, and I will draw from the bottom candle right there to right there. Just a second. Okay. I am getting a lot of notifications right now. My bad. Dead air sucks. I get it. Okay. Got the channel. Found the top. Now, why is that the top? That is what I need to understand. So I come over to the 4 hour. That's my immediate place to go when I'm trying to find levels. So we got a level right here. Yep. And a level right here. A couple of gaps to fill. And I mean, technically it topped out right there, but I don't like to use opening prices. So obviously tops of red candles or bottoms of green candles. It doesn't mean anything to the way I chart. So I go to the 30, and I remember this morning hoping that this is going to be a fake break. And I don't know. Sometimes you get like that. You just want to doubt that things aren't going to go your way, or you want to doubt that things are, not going to go your way. But they go the way that they go, and you lose your money. And you're holding the bag. Been there. So, you see here how the 4 hour provides resistance. It comes up, and then it fake breaks out, and it comes back down. You go to the 5 minute. This is another super tell. I mean, whenever a volatility chart gets going on a rising wedge, it's pretty noticeable, and it's really easy to short and or long. So we take it, this is the line chart. Take a channel again. I have it on the favorites bar here. And I will chart the lows. Okay. That wasn't there before, so it wasn't easy to stick to. But I would have just, no, I'm not going to do that. Give me just a second. I'll take the magnet off, right there. Okay. So after I've got the rising wedge charted there with a line chart, I go back to the candles. Okay. Man, I thought I had this charted better earlier because it was kind of perfect with the back test. So, going up, and it kind of just wicks up here and breaks down finally. And this closing 5 minute here was the breakdown. This is the back test, and then back down. Not only was it, failing at the gap, there, it was coming back into channel, which is also bearish for whatever it is. Also, this whole thing is just a bear flag with diverging RSI. So when you see higher lows in RSI in a stock that is downtrending, even though this is volatility and it's not a stock, and doing analysis on it doesn't mean much because people usually chart it as if it's in an uptrend, but it is in downtrend pretty much always. So this is a bear flag, rising lower RSIs. So eventually one of these will break down and assumably will set newer lows. Well, I don't know what else to talk about from there, but oh, one more thing that I noticed at the end. Head and shoulders. Not very pretty, but pretty effective. So if we gap down tomorrow, I will know why. And you can go to spy and do the exact opposite. Right there. Right there. These are just things that you just start to see after a while. Now if you want to make the neckline, you can see that it broke out. Now, does that mean that we're going to hit new highs tomorrow? Probably not. Definitely going to mess around with this 292.47 level. I would not be surprised if we open at or near that. I think that was a weekly close, actually. No, not sure what that was. Oh, right there. My bad. Well, if anybody has any further questions, because I know this is kind of mellow, and I'm not rehearsed, obviously, I'm just kind of rambling on about it, but just shoot me a DM on Twitter or whatever, and I'll try to answer my questions like this from now on. Alright, thanks everybody for watching.